What's going on, YouTube? Lasagna here, back with another episode of Road to 2000. In the last episode, we won a couple of games. Now we're at 60 and 43, well on our way to the 1700s. And let's jump in. We get Gane Punto from Cuba. Interesting. And we get E3. Maybe my opponent misclicked E4. What do I play against E3? Oh, he just... Alright, let's just jump back. Yeah, he obviously just misclicked. Maybe I should have played my move faster so I could have taken advantage of E3. But I wasn't sure if I should play like it was E4 or try to play something else, but... Anyways, now we get Angelo from Zambia. Couple interesting countries. Okay, so we get the Bishop C4 stuff. Wouldn't be a lasagna video without Bishop C4 Sicilian. So you know what we do? We attack the bishop. And vacation lasagna is soon to be running out here. It's Thursday today as of recording this, and okay, this is kind of similar to what I got last time. Doesn't this just hang a pawn? Takes, check here, wins a rook, so maybe not. Check. If c3, it drops the bishop. Check, knight c3. Takes, it's the same thing. He can take. And yeah, so I don't think it works, but I mean, I could just play like queen c7 very simply. But yeah, as I was saying, my vacation's coming to an end here. It was a good week and a half. Spent lots of time in the sun. Have not been playing much chess, to be honest. But is what it is. I feel like you can't just be inside all day on in the middle of July. So maybe I'll pick up more chess kind of when it starts to cool down a bit and can play in the evenings and such. But you know, for now we're just gonna make do with what we got. Doesn't seem to have affected my performance too much. We're still, you know, steadily climbing. Okay, so what's going on in the game here? I don't really know. I'm just going to take back the pawn, though. Or I guess there's this one I could take. Check, king f1. I don't know. This one seems... Because if I take here, I can't really drop back. Well, I guess I could, but... I don't think I should think about this for too long. I'm just going to take the pawn back. This pawn seemed more annoying, so that's why I took that one. And yeah, I think my position's good. We have better control over the center. Otherwise, the material's even. So yeah, just kind of a normal position, I'd say. It seems just kind of balanced. Maybe I'm slightly better, but not much. Probably want to, I don't know. Bishop g5 looks a little bit annoying, but not that annoying, though. Like, if his knight was already on c3 and he could, like, you know, jump to one of these squares to put more pressure on the knight, and maybe it would be more of a concern, but I actually don't think this move hurts us too much. Like, it's not like it's pinning us to anything. We could just move the knight in the worst case. So, or even like knight d7. So, not too worried about that move. I'm guessing we're going to get like knight c3. That's what I would play if I was white. And what do I want to do? So there is the push. Not sure how much I like it, though. There's queen b6 attacking this, but then he'll probably just go here. But then I could take, and take the pawn. Rook b1, because the knight's defended from the rook in that position. If I go here, he could, like, take, I think. Okay, so maybe we don't want to do that. Instead, I'm just going to do something simple, like rook b8. Just spy this pawn, try to dissuade him from developing. And, yeah, just trying to stay up on the clock. He does pin me. I think that's just a free pawn, though. Like, yeah, he can damage my pawns here, but I feel like it's probably worth it. Like, let's say takes. You can't even, like, check or anything, and I could probably just... I don't know. That position seems tenable, and this is just a free pawn. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong and this is bad, but seems okay to me. Ooh, yeah, he does have that. Okay, yeah, I kind of missed that the bishop and the queen could team up here quite easily. I think f5 is the only move. So I'm going to play it. f5, if he sacks the rook... not worried about it. So we're up a pawn. He does have some compensation for the pawn. Oh, did I? Maybe there's just like a draw, though. Yeah, maybe this was just not smart to allow all this. Because now I think he just has a draw at a minimum. With queen f6, queen g5. So we'll see if he takes the draw. He might push for more because my king's kind of open here. Ooh, that's a nice move. He takes the rook. I feel like I'll have some compensation there, though. Takes. Queen f4. Yeah, let's try it. Just spy this here, and you know, maybe my queen can come over here and threaten the checkmate. I think with the two bishops here, I'll have some play, but definitely not an ideal position. We'll put it that way. Okay, a bit of an oopsie there, is it not, from my opponent? Maybe I should have calculated this a little bit, but it's just checkmate, isn't it? Yeah, just checkmate. So GG's to Angelo there. We'll take a quick look at the analysis here. So in that game, I played with a 74.1. Angelo played with a 61.3. So not a very good game, but win's a win, baby. So we play the Sicilian, and we get bishop c4 here. And yeah, this is probably the 5th or 6th time we've seen this line. And we still haven't seen like any resemblance of a normal accelerated dragon game. And it just shows you that even 15, 16, 1700 people often just play this bishop c4 stuff. Opponent plays d4, and we go d5. We get takes, just attacking the bishop in the center, and he goes bishop to b5. I go knight f6, and he jumps the knight in. What was the correct move here? Queen to b6. Yeah, queen b6, queen c7, one of these moves is fine. I play queen c7, castles, and bishop d6. Just putting some pressure on the knight, and once I castle, I'll be threatening to win a pawn here. So he takes, and I take back. You get rook e1 check, and I block with the bishop. He takes the pawn here. Okay, bishop takes h2 check was correct. I thought it was just a decision between these two pawns, but I guess this one just loses him, or like wins the game. C takes b5. Oh, the bishop's hanging. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's the big difference. He has a chance to move the bishop. I didn't even spot that detail, but yeah, yeah, my bishop's hanging and his bishop's hanging, but this doesn't just win a pawn, but it also gets my bishop out of danger, so I can just take here for free. So obviously I should have taken the other pawn. I don't think I was really paying much attention at this point in the game, but I take this one, and he drops back to e3 with the bishop, and I castle. And yeah, just a slight advantage here due to the better control of the center, a little bit ahead in development as well. And we get knight c3, which is a huge blunder. Apparently knight g4 wins the game with the threat of taking here. What happens if he just plays g3 though? Oh, this also threatens knight takes f2. Yeah, okay. And then there's discoveries threatened and all sorts of problems on the light squares as well. So yeah, knight g4 would have been a winning move, but we instead just go rook b8 because I missed that. He goes here and I take, which is a huge blunder due to what happened in the game here. I kind of underestimated the threat that the queen could put here immediately, and then also this wins him time because now once he starts getting checks in and I don't have like a queen or a bishop to defend my king, it's probably just a draw, if at a minimum for white. So I go f5 here and he checks me here, and just to show you guys the draw, I think just here, 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 and I think yeah, just only moves here, and this would have been a draw. But I guess white's just also winning, so yeah, there's also that. Opponent instead goes knight takes here, which actually loses the advantage. Like, yes, it does win an exchange, but you know, this is very dangerous with the bishop pair combining with the active queen, and now he no longer has the ideas of the perpetual checks here. So lots of play for black now after queen f4. But my opponent goes here and just blunders mate in 2. So GG's to Angelo. Let's go for game 2. Game numero 2. Let's go e4 against Jenna Floor. Jenna Floor from the Philippines. Let's go knight c3 and try to play the Vienna here. See if we get the main line, or if she'd like to take. She does take, which is a mistake due to e5 here. And now we're just going to get a healthy lead in development with the full center. So yeah, this is why this opening is very good. Was this correct? Yeah, I think this is correct. I think if takes, I think I go queen e2. And the idea being that we just claim the center, and also we want to win this pawn. So here, wait, can he take? No, because it's pinned. So I think queen e2 is correct. And now this pawn's loose, this pawn's hanging. And we have the 2 knights out, so I think we're better. I've definitely seen this position before, but not many people accept the Vienna Gambit, so sometimes it takes me a second to remember. But yeah, usually it's pretty simple stuff, just pushing in the center and developing all the pieces. A lot of times you go queenside in the middle game. or at a very minimum, putting the rook on d1, because oftentimes it'll come with tempo on the queen. But we'll see what Jenna Floor has in store. f6. Ugh. That doesn't look good. So bishop takes f4 looks like the move I want to play here. Yeah, just bishop takes f4. Simple stuff. I'm kind of guessing we're going to get bishop e7 maybe. Just unpinning the pawn, or queen e7. I think there might be knight here though. Knight d5. Threatening the fork and the queen, so the queen's kind of got to stay protecting that, so... But I mean, if he goes back... Maybe it's not good then. Maybe I just take this pawn. Because I think if I go here, you can just go back. So I think just taking the pawn's good too, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so it should just be a free pawn. And after it takes... What do I want to take with? I mean, taking with the queen is not the worst idea in the world. Like, yeah, there's a queen trade, but we're also going to be able to get the bishop out quickly in that position. So that's kind of attractive to me, but I also kind of want to look for more with like taking with one of the minor pieces. I think she should definitely take to be able to develop her knight. But her position is very awkward because the queen's in front of the bishop here, and the f6 pawn is blocking this, so definitely not a good position for Jenna Floor. Okay, queenside castles looks very good. There's also knight b5, hitting this. Well, not exactly hitting it because the queen protects it, so maybe that's not a useful move. I think we'll just queenside castle instead. Now any ideas of black going long here are not in play anymore. So don't really know what the next step is though. This move kind of looks appealing, to attack the pawn and pin the knight. Queen to e4 also looks pretty good. Just same idea, attacking the pawn. But then there he can just castle. So that one doesn't look as good. I think I am going to go here. Oh yeah, I guess he can still castle. I thought that this would hang the knight, but I guess, yeah, the king actually protects it as well as these pieces. Maybe I made a bit of an error. I mean, we're still better, but... Okay, so takes looks pretty good. I just want to open up the center to try to attack as soon as possible. But maybe something like this could be good too. I don't know what it does though. Here. Okay, I've got to make a move though. Okay, let's just take for I don't know why I did this though, because now he just takes here and I actually don't really see my advantage anymore. Okay, I think I'm gonna go bishop c4. Just keep developing. But I don't really like what I've done with the place. Let's just put it that way. If my chess position was like an interior decor, it would be like, you know, kind of dated wood, kind of like orangey looking, maybe a little bit of stains on the floor. That's kind of how I'm feeling about this position. All right, so, I mean, I'm kind of smelling tactics, but I don't see any. Queen b3 looks good enough to me. Yeah, I think I just have no advantage anymore. Well, maybe a little bit of an advantage just because his bishop's not in play yet, but definitely fumbled the bag here somehow. Maybe he was letting him queenside castle. I'm not really sure. We'll have to take a look after the game. And by the way, if you're liking the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It would really aid the channel. So yeah, we'll see what Jen Floor does. Okay, she takes, we'll take back. Okay, knight h5. Kind of a weird move. Kind of want to play this. Just attacking the queen here. Maybe this check will be useful at some point. And it's also nice having more protection on this square, so I can like maybe move my bishop here. Looks like a nice square for the bishop. So check. He's got to come out. Check. Hold on, this is dangerous though, because if I miscalculate, I'll lose a piece because I have a bunch of loose stuff. So check. Here. Check. If here. We can take the knight, but then he takes this with check. And then he can take this. So I don't actually like it. So I think we just go here maybe. Problem is I don't have this check anymore, but I think that other line didn't actually work for me, so just a little bit worried about the clock, that's all. But depending where the queen goes, maybe we'll have this check. That one's not as dangerous though, because I think he can just block with the knight. I don't know. Where will he go with the queen is the question. Okay, that answers that. I don't really know what that move does. Kind of want to go here. There's also this move. Let's just go... Let's go here, though. I kind of like that it, you know, maybe there's ideas of the check. Kind of hits the knight as well and puts some pressure on this pawn, so I just gotta make a couple fast moves, and I didn't want to have to calculate what happened if he took the pawn and stuff, so maybe this will be a good, yeah, because if this, then this. There's also maybe ideas here as well. Wait, what? Just a free knight? I think that's just a free juicer. And if he opts it, okay. Here? Lots of stuff hanging here. He can't take his takes. He can't take his takes. Oh, maybe he can though? Is that a back ranker? No. For some reason, I thought takes, check, but lots of tactics here. I don't think a lot of them work though. I gotta move. Just worried about this. I think I want to play maybe rook back here. If takes... Yeah, I think I just take with the knight. We're up a piece, I gotta remember, so just really gotta try to get a queen trade, I think. Like this would get a queen trade. How easy is this gonna be to win though? Oh, I should have taken. Why didn't he move that pawn? Oh, thank you. Okay, now it should be a lot easier. Okay, I gotta go intense lasagna mode for a second here. Knight's doing a... Oh, just resigns. Man, people... Jenna Floor, if you're listening, I don't win this 100% of the time. You, if you get me into some time pressure, like maybe fork the bishop and the king here, like, just saying, I'm not a perfect man. So GG's, let's take a look at the analysis. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're at 1663 after a couple of big victories. Let's see what happened in this game. So in this one, we get the Vienna Gambit accepted, where I play f4 and they take the pawn, but it's no good because you can go e5 here, and now the knight's got to go back, and I just get nice easy development, big center, take the pawn back, everything's good. Opponent plays d6, and I go d4, just protecting my pawn here. We get takes, and I decide to go queen e2 here. Is it the best move? Bishop e5, I guess, is slightly stronger, just making this check. I don't really see why, though. Can you not just, like, go here or something? Now queen e2. I don't really know what the difference is, but good to know. So yeah, we go queen e2, and he goes... she goes f6, which I think is a bad move because the knight probably wants to come here. And we just take the pawn back, and the pawn is currently pinned to the king, so that is not a blunder of a bishop. And we get queen e7, and we're just +4 in this position, which is kind of crazy. I take the pawn, she goes bishop e6, and I long castle. We get knight d7, and I go queen b5, which is definitely a mistake. Engine wants takes, rook to e1. Just putting pressure down the e-file. I guess that makes sense. What if just here it says queen f2. Ooh, hello. Yeah, and I think black's just losing a queen here. So yeah, rook on the e-file would have been the way to go after taking in the center. But I go here. I thought this somehow prevented long castles, but I forgot that the king will be here, and then there'll be 1, 2, 3 with the rook protectors on the knight. So just a bit of an overlook by me. So long castles, and now we decide to take. Yeah, this is another inaccuracy because just allows the knight to get out. And there's enough protection on the square for now, so I didn't need to rush with that move. Engine wants queen a5, just going after the pawn. Instead, I decide to take here and go bishop c4, and now I just lost my whole advantage. After a6, I was going to go here, knight c5. Ugh, yeah, now my pieces are kind of get kicked around. There's also some like pressure on my bishop here, so yeah, black would have been in the game after that sequence. But instead we get takes. Now we still have a little bit of an advantage here, just because the bishop's kind of stuck behind the queen here. So black's position is just a little bit awkward. But she goes knight b6, and we go queen b3, takes, and knight a5. Definitely a blunder here, because we could play rook e1, and now, as I said in the game, there's these checks to be worried about, and black's position's kind of falling apart. I think she should have prioritized development somehow. Yeah, engine says queen e8, just putting the queen back to get the bishop out. Oops. But instead she goes knight h5, and we go rook e1 here, queen c6, or queen f6, and ooh, okay. Okay, the check was good. I'll show you what I was worried about. So check here, and I calculated check. Yeah, and this is wrong due to c6, and now this is hanging. Like, yes, I can take the knight, but I think take the bishop with check, and then I can't take the rook, but my advantage is gone in this position. So that's no good, but I didn't have to go for this check. I could have gone bishop to g5, the engine says. Bishop g5. What about the rook, though? Oh, the queen. I'm hitting the queen, so yeah, gotta deal with this threat, so... But engine says this is the best move. What if... Can you not move it anywhere? Is the queen just trapped? No. What if queen... here? Oh, that's dirty. That is absolutely disgusting. This checkmate. Wow. So I didn't see any of that. So instead, I just decided to go for the simpler move of putting the bishop in the center of the board. And this bishop's a monster. Look at it. It's covering so many central squares. And we get queen c6, and I decided to go here, just renewing some possibilities of the checks. There's this threat as well in the future if the queen moves, and then the knight's also hanging here. So just a nice multi-purpose move. And we get bishop b4, and I take the knight. Yeah, I'm not sure why the engine doesn't even seem to think that this move loses much of the advantage. I guess it's just desperately trying to get the pieces out here. But I take, and she goes rook to e8, and I jump my knight in the center. She drops the queen back, and I didn't really see the follow-up here. I was a little bit concerned about what was going on with this like pin here, and this pin, and my pieces just feel a bit loose, and I didn't have any time, so I decided to go back. But she takes, and we take with the bishop, takes, and here. And I kind of just desperately tried to get the queen trade here to simplify the game. And yeah, she decided to resign this position, which I wouldn't advise, but nonetheless, we get the win. So GG's to both my opponents, Jenna Floor, and thanks for watching, YouTube. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.